Hello, it is Intrigue, PMA, Karamei, whatever you may know me as. I am doing a replay review of sorts because I like to see enemy mercies who get put against me because we are in the same lobby, which means similar MMR. This is a gold lobby. It has some silvers, some plats. Yeah, and she's low level, so I'm thinking maybe Smurf, but maybe not. Actually, this could be an alt account, like an older one, because this is a Christmas skin. Also, my least favorite skin for Mercy. So, spoilers, we lose this game. So she's super jumping. I don't know why she went out there, but whatever.
2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
I'm with you. Enemy in my sights.
Was she like... Hold on. Okay, so this is right after 3:45, at which point you can see the enemy team's composition. So it could be she's pressing tab, and maybe she types like, oh, they have sim. I don't know, because she stands still for a really long time and she doesn't have her beam on anyone, and her widow dies, which she died to a storm arrow. It's possible Mercy could have healed her through that, though who knows. So she's standing there for a long time. She rests out in the open. Wait, no, she doesn't res. She just stands there out in the open for a bit. So, yeah, this is definitely somebody who plays a decent amount of Mercy.
White Seaman.
Objective lost. New defense point.
She leaves.
Has arrived.
Now here, we have the problem. Is one of their DPS goes Bastion. Yep. And that's where we got fucked. Also, I don't know what our other DPS was doing. And I'm not even talking about when they were sim. She bouts, and this is like when she gets me, which is, you know, that happens. She is looking at me. That'll happen. I don't know what more I could have done there. I don't know what that is. I don't know who that is. Doing the right thing.
Enemy contact.
Now, if your Bastion is moving behind cover and someone else is peeking the window, you need to change your beam to that person. Like here, I don't know. Some unnecessary super jumping. this game was very much not fun to play.
Damage amplified.
And we got staggered a lot.
I got you. Ich bin down. Damage boost engaged.
I wonder if she's doing with him. Because she spends a lot of time just pocketing him, even when he's doing nothing, and other people are in line of sight of things.
Right beside you. Stay here.
Tactical visor activated.
Damage boost engaged. I'm taking care. We still need you. Enemy revived.
I don't have a whole lot to say about this compelling gameplay. Cover damage boost on a Bastion. That's pretty much just what
Let's get you
it
back out
do.
there. Damage amplified. Understood.
This will restore you.
I'm with you.
This is weird positioning, I'd say,
Connection
but
ongoing.
I'm sure there's some thought behind it. Oh, does she stop her beam because it makes noise?
Heroes never. Oh!
Ha! Dude, okay. Huge misplay. She should have valked a lot sooner and got the fuck out of there. But yeah, Bastion, the bane of gold mid elos, most elos, let's be real.
Goodbye.
We should have had a,
Mercy in the righteousness.
we should have had a hog to hook Bastion.
Draw.
Right in.
He's not even being shielded.
Damage boost engaged. Let's get you back out there.
30 seconds remaining.
This is not where she wants to be. She could be high ground and damage boosting that Bastion.
Healing stream engaged.
It is what it is.
You've got this.
Honestly, some of these plays I'm surprised she's getting away with.
10 seconds.
Like super jumping right in front of her whole team.
Damage increase.
Oh yeah, then I try shooting her. But the game's over. And then I'm like, okay, well fuck that.
Tactical visor activated.
Heroes never die.
Okay. So yeah, so far decent.
Ready for
And oh,
ready for
right.
battle.
Here I'm like, okay, we attacked with Sim. They had a Bastion. You know what they're probably gonna do? They're gonna use Sim and teleport a Bastion into point. Guess what they do? Exactly that. I called it to my team that was likely what they were gonna do. We still were not ready for it at all. Like, I think only my duo and I
Attackers
were
incoming
in
30
position
seconds.
to deal with it.
Ready. 5, 4, 3, 2,
And
1.
obviously,
Attackers incoming.
that's not enough.
Defend objective A.
Repair the damage.
figure she should go to her Reinhardt. Though maybe the sim had called that they were teleporting flank at that point.
Teleport
I don't know.
online.
But if 5 people are capping point, you don't...
Still we
Of course she can just fly over.
Into position.
Yeah, I was sad my duo didn't get a boost there, but is what it is.
damage increase. Wait, that's me.
I'm just sad that she alphaed my duo. He should have backed off. You get low health, you back off. That's just how it is.
Your
Wait.
support has arrived.
She's not with the rest of her team. Excuse?
Connection ongoing.
Like, everyone's there?
You need a deflector?
I mean, they win this.
Damages engaged.
I don't know if it's this fight or what, but
This will restore you.
Damage and surrender to my will. Never die.
good res. Using the wall. Yeah. Given this push.
Victory.
Okay, so in conclusion, Bastion is a ridiculous hero. This person, alt account, I wonder what their main rank is. I also wonder if they were dude with Bastion, because there's a lot of weird plays that she goes to make that either don't work out or she's punished for, but it is what it is. They still won, and yeah, a lot of just random super jumping, which, I mean, in a decently higher elo, she would be punished for, absolutely. I know sticking to 1 DPS and just pocketing them is, like, it can be a thing, depending on the rest of your team. I still say if your Bastion's, like, relocating or behind cover, not doing anything, and someone else is, like, what are you accomplishing by beaming the Bastion over somebody else? But they won this, and this is, you know, spectating a bunch of enemy Mercies. This is definitely some of the better Mercy play I have seen. Honestly, super jumping in main, I'm honestly surprised she got away with it, but the elo is what it is. But clearly she has a pretty good idea of the hero, definitely not overhealing, because, I mean, Bastion doesn't even, like, he can self-heal, so she doesn't even need to heal him much. Yeah. So, I don't know, but, yeah. Pretty good Valks, pretty good just the main things Mercy needs to do to climb at this elo. But yeah, be aware of the super jumping, also hopping a lot, just in general for anyone, is a very trademark thing of plat and below, like the constant hopping. So if I had to guess, I'd say she's plat. The hopping is basically a replacement for using crouch effectively, because crouch spamming, like being unpredictable in your strafing and your crouching, is way better than having a very predictable trajectory that hopping gives you. And hopping is something you see a lot of in gold and plat videos. And I certainly hop plenty, though there are points in this replay that really stood out to me, and I was like, wow, that's a lot of hopping. Like, she's playing decently, but that's a lot of hopping. And, like, when they capped first point, I was surprised by her positioning, and she was just hopping. She was standing basically in front of the defense choke and hopping. There are some things she got away with that she shouldn't have, and I've said that before, but, you know, everybody gets away with some things they shouldn't. But the thing is, and you gotta keep this in mind, it's just an educational thing, but just because something works one time doesn't mean it will work every time. Just because a misplay works doesn't mean it's not a misplay. Okay? That's pretty much it. There's not a lot I can say badly about this Mercy mechanically. Oh, right. The fact she stops her beam because of the sound is one thing that I was like, wow, I don't see anyone do that. Even I don't do that often, at least. But I don't know if I'm deaf. I have really good ears, but I don't know if I've ever heard that beam. It would have been perfectly safe for her to keep the beam up. Especially when she's behind cover. But, you know, that's some awareness of a Mercy mechanic. It's a very quiet sound. Yeah, getting away with only pocketing one person is not something you're usually going to be able to do. If that person is like hard smurfing, it's possible, but they have to be really hard smurfing. Because I will say, in this game, the carry was obviously the Bastion, and it wasn't because of damage boost. Damage boost obviously helped, and she did not play poorly, but if she wasn't there, would her team would have still won with somebody who wasn't on an ult account? Yes, absolutely. But that's sometimes just how it is. So, who knows what her playstyle is like in other games? I don't know. Pocketing the Bastion most of the time was obviously the right play. Doing it when Bastion's doing nothing? No. No. Oh, also, didn't she die in Valk at one point? Yeah, she did. Okay, never mind. When I said she had good Valks, I wasn't thinking about that. That was a huge misplay. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say plat.